Welcome to this edition of the Dad Jokes Explained episode. My name is Graeme Klass, and I'm the producer of the Daily Dad Jokes podcast. Each week, we examine a set of dad jokes and explain them what makes them so funny. Our aim is to arm you with information on delivering your own dad jokes to your friends and family, so you can further spread the laughs and groans. Let's get to it.
I just spent $600 on a limo rental but forgot to hire a driver. All that money and nothing to show for it.
The humour in this joke comes from the pun on chauffeur and show for. The setup describes an expensive limo rental without a driver, creating a situation where the purchase is rendered useless. By saying nothing to show for it, it cleverly sounds like nothing to show for it, which means having no results despite spending money. This wordplay delivers an amusing twist by linking financial folly with linguistic creativity.
The bartender says, "We don't serve time travelers in here." A time traveler walks into a bar.
This joke plays with the concept of time travel to create a humorous paradox. The punchline reverses the usual sequence of events, presenting the outcome before its cause. By having the bartender refuse service to time travelers before one enters, it highlights an amusing temporal loop. This clever twist on chronological order delivers unexpected humor through its playful manipulation of timelines.
Last Easter, Jesus gave me a rose. Guess what he gave me this Easter? Rose again.
This joke relies on wordplay involving the name Rose and the phrase rose again. The punchline humorously alludes to Jesus' resurrection, as he rose again on Easter. By presenting it as a gift exchange with an actual person named Rose, it creates an amusing twist.
My girlfriend dumped me while going up in an elevator. It hurt me on many levels.
This joke uses a pun on the word levels to create humor. The phrase hurt me on many levels typically refers to emotional pain in multiple aspects, but here it also literally applies because elevators move between different floors or levels. By combining these meanings, it cleverly juxtaposes physical and emotional experiences.
If you hide 28 eggs this weekend but tell your kids there are 30, you'll have time for a little nap.
This joke is funny because it exploits the kids' determination to find all the Easter eggs. By telling them there are 30 eggs when only 28 are hidden, you ensure they'll keep searching longer than necessary. This clever deception buys parents extra time for a nap, while their children remain occupied with an impossible task. The humor lies in the playful trickery and parental ingenuity behind this egg hunt strategy.
What has 5 fingers but isn't your hand? My hand.
The humor in this joke comes from subverting expectations. When asked about something with 5 fingers but not your hand, the setup leads you to think of an object like a glove. The punchline surprises by revealing my hand, which technically fits the description but is unexpected because it's still a human hand, just belonging to someone else. This twist plays on literal interpretation and surprise for comedic effect.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't work? A stick.
A boomerang is expected to return when thrown, while a stick does not. The humor comes from the unexpected simplicity of the punchline. By redefining a failed boomerang as just a stick, it highlights how its lack of function reduces it to an ordinary object. This twist plays on defying expectations with straightforward logic for comedic effect.
Tequila will probably not solve your problems, but it's worth a shot.
This joke uses a pun on the word shot, which can mean both an attempt and a serving of tequila. The setup suggests that tequila won't fix issues, leading to the punchline's clever twist by implying it's still worth trying. This dual meaning creates humor through linguistic ambiguity, linking alcohol consumption with problem solving in an amusing way. The unexpected connection between taking risks and drinking delivers comedic surprise.
I'm looking for someone to brush their teeth with me every morning. Because my dentist says that brushing alone won't prevent cavities.
This joke cleverly plays on the phrase, brushing alone won't prevent cavities. The dentist's advice is meant to emphasize that brushing must be part of a comprehensive dental care routine, but the punchline humorously takes it literally by suggesting you need another person to brush with. This literal interpretation creates an amusing twist, as it turns sound dental advice into a playful misunderstanding about needing company while brushing teeth.
I was running a chicken dating website, but I had to close it down. I was struggling to make ends meet.
This joke is funny due to the pun on hen's meat and ends meet. The phrase make ends meet means earning enough to cover expenses, but here it humorously transforms into a chicken-related play on words. By using hens, it ties back to the dating website theme, creating an amusing twist. The wordplay cleverly links financial struggle with poultry matchmaking for comedic effect.
What do you call a book club stuck on the same book for years? Church.
This joke humorously equates a church with a book club that is perpetually reading the same text, namely, the Bible. The punchline lies in highlighting how religious congregations consistently study their sacred scripture without changing to another book. By likening this practice to being stuck, it creates an amusing parallel between spiritual devotion and literary stagnation. This clever comparison delivers humor by juxtaposing two seemingly unrelated activities through shared characteristics of repetition and focus on one text.
I asked my wife to sing with me, but she wouldn't duet.
The humor in this joke stems from the pun on duet and do it. The phrase wouldn't duet sounds like wouldn't do it, creating a playful twist. This wordplay cleverly links musical collaboration with everyday refusal. By combining these meanings, the punchline delivers an amusing surprise through its sound similarity.
What do Alexander the Great and Winnie the Pooh have in common? They have the same middle name.
This joke is funny because it plays on the unexpected shared middle name, the. While Alexander the Great's title and Winnie the Pooh's character name both include the, it's not typically thought of as a middle name. The humor arises from treating an article as if it were part of their given names, creating an amusing twist through linguistic interpretation. By highlighting this overlooked similarity, the punchline delivers its comedic surprise.
If 666 is all devil, then 25.806975 is the root of all evil.
This joke plays on mathematical terminology and the number associated with the devil. The square root of 666 is approximately 25.806975, leading to a pun where root refers both to mathematics and an origin or cause metaphorically linked to evil. By using precise math language, it creates a clever twist that connects numerical calculation with cultural symbolism for humor. This unexpected merging of disciplines delivers its comedic punch through linguistic creativity and numerical playfulness.
Why did Adele cross the road? To say hello from the other side.
This joke is funny because it combines a classic setup with a pop culture reference. The punchline plays on Adele's famous song, Hello, where she sings about being on the other side. By imagining her crossing the road to deliver this line, it humorously merges everyday actions with lyrical themes. This unexpected blend of music and mundane situations creates an amusing twist for fans familiar with her work.
I still remember when my doctor told me that the plastic surgery was free of charge. The look on my face was priceless.
The humor in this joke comes from the dual meaning of priceless. When the doctor says plastic surgery is free, it implies no monetary cost. However, the look on my face was priceless. Suggests an expression so unique it's beyond valuation. This clever wordplay delivers a humorous twist by linking financial terms with facial expressions post-surgery.
No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get the song Delilah out of my head. I went to see a psychologist. He told me I had Tom Jones syndrome. I told him I'd never heard of that before. He said it's not unusual.
The joke is humorous due to its clever wordplay involving Tom Jones's song titles. When the psychologist diagnoses Tom Jones syndrome, it sets up an expectation for something unfamiliar. The punchline, "It's not unusual," references another famous Tom Jones song, creating a witty connection between the diagnosis and his music catalogue. This unexpected twist links a fictional condition with pop culture in an amusing way through linguistic creativity.
Why doesn't it hurt if someone throws a can of Coke at your head? Because it's a soft drink.
The joke hinges on the pun between soft drink and physical softness. A can of Coke is referred to as a soft drink, which contrasts with hard or alcoholic beverages. The punchline humorously suggests that because it's called soft, it wouldn't cause pain if thrown, despite its actual hardness when full. This playful twist uses linguistic ambiguity to create an amusing contradiction between expectation and reality.
My husband asked me to clear the table. I told him I'd need a running start.
The humor in this joke comes from the double meaning of clear the table. Typically, it means to remove items from a surface after a meal. However, the punchline plays on an athletic interpretation where clearing involves jumping over something. This unexpected twist creates comedy by linking domestic chores with physical activity through wordplay.
What did one uranium nucleus say to the other one? I have to split.
This joke plays on the concept of nuclear fission, where uranium nuclei split to release energy. The phrase, "I have to split," is a common way of saying someone needs to leave, but here it humorously refers to the scientific process. By merging casual language with atomic science, it creates an amusing twist through clever wordplay. This dual meaning delivers comedy by linking everyday expressions with complex reactions in physics.
What's the opposite of isolate? You so early.
This joke relies on a pun involving the words isolate and you so early. The humour comes from interpreting isolate as I so late, suggesting tardiness. Contrasting this with you so early, it forms an amusing wordplay that flips the meaning of punctuality. The cleverness lies in transforming a common phrase into its opposite through phonetic similarity, creating a playful twist.
When I was a kid, I got into a fight with the captain of the math club. I got fed up with him bullying me.
The humour in this joke comes from the pun on Boolean, a term related to binary logic used in math and computer science. The phrase Boolean me sounds like bullying me, creating an amusing wordplay. By linking mathematical terminology with a common schoolyard scenario, it delivers comedy through linguistic creativity. This unexpected twist combines academic jargon with everyday language for humorous effect.
What's the difference between a well-dressed man and a tired dog? A well-dressed man wears a suit, a tired dog just pants.
This joke relies on a play on words with suit and pants. A well-dressed man typically wears a suit, while the phrase just pants refers to both dog panting when tired and trousers. The humour arises from the dual meanings of these terms in fashion versus canine behaviour. By juxtaposing clothing with animal actions, it creates an amusing contrast through linguistic creativity. And that wraps up another episode of Daily Dad Jokes Explained. May these jokes inspire your own groan-worthy moments. This episode is produced by Klassic Studios. See the show notes page for sources and credits. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.